Hi all of you, welcome to Shanmugam IAS Academy and I welcome you all to current events of the day. Let us take up the topics for today's discussion. I'm having 5 topics to be discussed today. The first one is about edible oils prices rises sharply. Tinyazo 2 cargo spacecraft. The third one, habitat gills experience land use change. And the fourth one, patented village rise. And the fifth one, floating jetty inaugurated in Goa. So the first one, that is edible oil prices rise sharply. So during this pandemic, the price of the essential commodities cannot be increased within our country because we are having this essential commodities act in India. So with regard to that kind of internal activities, that act will prevail. Here we are importing oils. This edible oils has been imported abundantly from other countries which are not produced. Edible oils prices have risen sharply in recent months. Increase in prices was observed in 6 edible oils. So what all are those 6? First one, groundnut oil. Second one, mustard oil. Third, vanaspati. Fourth, soy oil. And fifth, sunflower oil. And sixth, palm oil. With rising incomes and changing food habits, consumption of edible oil has been rising over the years. So consumption of this edible oil has been increased so much. That is also one reason behind it for the import of high much of edible oils from other countries. Other reasons are more buying by China, labor issues in Malaysia, impact of La Nina on palm and soya producing areas, and imposition of export duty on crude palm oil in Indonesia and Malaysia. So from Malaysia only we are importing high amount of edible oils other than China and this country called Indonesia. To immediately reduce the prices, the import duty must be reduced, which has increased because of imposition of cess after the budget. So this cess is also one reason. Cess in the sense tax on tax. There is some kind of tax will be imposed on the good, and against the tax there will be some percentage of tax will be on the tax. So this is why the price of this edible oils has been seen a spike in recent days. The major sources of these imports are Argentina, Brazil for soybean oil, Malaysia palm oil, Ukraine and Argentina again for sunflower oil. The domestic demand of edible oil is around 24 million tonnes, while India produces only 11 million tonnes. 13 million tonnes of edible oil is imported. While mustard oil is consumed mostly in rural areas, the share of refined oil, sunflower oil and soybean oil is higher in urban areas. So these are all the oils which is being used abundantly in the urban areas, because urban people used to consume high amount of oils because their consumption habitat changed because of their higher income. And the next one is regarding to science and technology. This Tianzhu 2 cargo spacecraft has been launched by China. It is a cargo spacecraft which has been launched for the purpose of the space station fixation project by the China. It will be followed by the launch of another cargo spacecraft, Tianzhu 3, and 2 manned missions, Shenzhou 12 and Shenzhou 13. The manned missions will each carry 3 astronauts. So each of this manned mission will be carrying 3 astronauts. I mean the human beings who will spend several months in the orbit. So they will be spending their time by researching over there in the orbit. Next, habitat girls experience land use change. A new study has noted a drastic loss of bird species in all modified landscapes in Uttarakhand. Natural oak dominated forest and modified forest were analyzed. So in this situation, the birds has been migrated from that place. So some species of birds are endemic to that place called Uttarakhand. So because of this natural degradation and the habitat loss, these birds used to migrate very highly. The results showed that there was a low diversity of species in monoculture areas and urban cities. So when we are cultivating only one crop, that one specific crop will attract that specific insect and that specific bird and that kind of animals which feed on them. So this is one rule we can say. So if there is a rice, if there is some food, there will be man and other kind of animal. So we are like polyphagus, we eat everything and anything, but birds are not like this. Some kind of birds will neglect some things. Habitat guilds are groups of birds species that have common habitat preferences. So this common habitat preferences has been lost because of this land use change in the place called Uttarakhand. Patented village rice. So it is also an important thing to be read. Recently, patented village rice sourced from Kumbakonam, Tanjavur, Tamil Nadu by a startup Udaya Agro Farm was exported to Ghana and Yemen. So which has been produced, the rice which has been produced in India, specifically in Tamil Nadu, the state of Tamil Nadu, and the districts of Tanjavur and Kumbakonam, the rice has been developed by Agro Farm, Udaya Agro Farm, which is being exported to Ghana and Yemen vigorously. It has been enriched with protein, fiber, and variety of minerals. Village rice is sourced directly from farmers of Tanjavur, also known as rice bowl of Tamil Nadu. So we Tamil Nadu நெற்களஞ்சியம் நம்ம சொல்றோம் இல்லையா, அதான் தஞ்சாவூர். In March 2021, the red rice. So red rice is Assamல இருந்து we have exported it to USA. Assamல produce பண்ண red rice which has been produced without use of any chemical fertilizers, and it has been exported to USA. It is also one important thing to be noted. So இதுக்கு பேர் என்னன்னா பவோதான். So பவோதான்ங்கிறத நான் வச்சுக்கோங்க. It is produced in Assam and it is being exported to USA. And another one, this is also an important one, floating jetty inaugurated in Goa. So this is inaugurated by Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways. So this is one kind of waterway which used to connect the old Goa and Panjim. Through this floating construction, the people can walk over on this construction. This is a second floating jetty constructed in Goa. The first jetty, located at Captain of Forts, Panjim, Goa, was inaugurated February 2020 at Panjim. So this is constructed to connect this old Goa and Panjim in between the river basin. So in between the river basin, it has been constructed. So this is what in that picture you can easily assume how it seems like. The floating jetty will be seeming like this only. So with this we wind up today's session. Let us meet you on tomorrow's session. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much.